I'll burn my tongue for science. Hey guys, Dave here, and today we're gonna turn this into an amazing meal for 5 in a super easy fashion with what they call a Crockpot dump meal, which I'm pretty excited about. This could be the future of cooking for me. I love the idea of just dumping stuff into my Crockpot over here and having dinner pop out a couple hours later. That sounds like the dream. Let's try it out. What's it mean when my chicken thighs are inflated like that? When the package is inflated? That's kind of weird. Instant death, probably. All right, so we're gonna get right into this. This really should not require too much prep. I'm even gonna do a little more prep than it calls for in the recipe we made here. We are going to make a keto cottage cheese chicken dump bake. That sounds awesome to me, so I'm ready for it. We're gonna start off with some chicken thighs that are pre-boned, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. What's the expiration date on these? July 29th. We're good, they're only a couple months after expiration. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. They're not expired. Okay, so you take your chicken thighs, give them a sniff, and I'm a nervous chicken cooker. Wait, how much do I need? 2.5 pounds. I guess I should check to see. Ooh, was I supposed to grease this thing? I was supposed to grease it. All right, let's try this again. Throw a little grease down and then do it. I've got fasting brain. I don't know if any of you ever fasted, but I like to do intermittent fasting. And I am on a 38-hour fast right now, and it's been 32 hours. So when this is done, I shall feast upon it. The keto cottage cheese chicken bake will be a delicious treat for me after my nice long fast. You know, don't fast without doctor advice and all that, just to protect me. Be careful, you know, et cetera, et cetera. I think the idea, our chicken's good. I don't remember how much, hopefully that was 2.5 pounds. I forgot to look. Either way, you want 2.5 pounds of chicken. So yeah, there's like a big, you know, key, what's it called? Like strategy when fasting, and that is to make sure you got your meal planned for end of fast. Otherwise you might go wild. Be like, oh, I'm gonna hit McDonald's and Burger King and Pizza Hut and go crazy. So I think the idea of having a really satiating and delicious keto thing ready for me at the end of my fast will be really nice. So this is 1 cup of cottage cheese, and then we're gonna do another 1/2 cup because 1.5 cups total needed. I guess we don't really need to spread it because we're gonna like mix it up later. So I'm just gonna kind of dump it, hence the name dump. I get it now, you're just dumping things into the crock pot. So 1.5 cups of keto, or cottage cheese, not keto cottage cheese. I don't think there's a difference, there's just one thing. And then 3/4 cups of sour cream. So really creamy. Not only is it good to have a plan, but it's also good to stay busy, I feel like, when you're doing a fast. So the idea of like getting your meal ready, and then like, you know, being ready to go. I will say, it's a weird thing. You didn't ask, but let me tell you anyways. It's a weird thing when I fast. I don't know if anyone else has ever tried fasting, but when I fast, it's not hard until like 4 or 5 hours before the end of the fast. And it doesn't seem to matter if it's a 18-hour fast or a 40-hour fast. It's the last 4 or 5 hours when you start thinking, ooh, I'm gonna eat soon. That's when it gets really hard. So the idea of like already having the dish in a crock pot ready to go is actually a relief, I think, to my brain when I'm doing it. So anyways, 3/4 cups of sour cream go in. And I know this isn't a fasting channel, really, it's a cooking channel, but I think fasting can come into the conversation for sure. So 3/4 cup sour cream, 1.5 cups cottage cheese. All right, so look at me guys, I actually washed some dishes mid-recipe, not common, but I washed my measuring cups. We're now gonna add 1 cup of shredded sharp cheese. Now, here's what I'll say about the sharp cheese thing, or the shredded thing, it's pre-shredded. People will say, and they're probably right, that it's a little like less healthy to buy the pre-shredded because it has chemicals to keep it from molding. That's probably true, but we're trying to do a chicken dump meal that's super fast. And so I was trying to do the fastest options possible. If you want, you can buy shredded trees. You can buy shredded trees, they're called mulch. You can put them in your garden, it's very nice, makes it look lovely. We have rocks in ours, weirdly enough. Anyways, shredded cheese, you can buy I can't say it. Cheddar cheese and shred it yourself. Say that 10 times fast, it's hard for some reason. Take our 1/2 cup and we do a 1/2 cup of mozzarella. And I don't know, I'm dumping it over the crock pot, which isn't the best plan, but it's where my cameras are pointed, so I feel like it's the best way for you to see it. Normally, I probably wouldn't do it that way. There you go, 1/2 cup of mozzarella. All right, So I could not find pre-shredded smoked Gouda. Gouda is one of the things you can add to it that will elevate it and make it even more tasty. So I know we're trying to do all just dump kind of stuff, like stuff you dump in, but because I really like Gouda, I thought, hey, I'll take the little bit of effort and shred it. It's not really all that hard after all. Although, to be fair, I'm gonna use my zester because I don't know where my box grater is, so it's not really the right tool for the job. It's all right. So we want how much? Half a cup, I would say, of shredded Gouda. If you can find it pre-shredded, great. If not, you could do it yourself, or you could just omit it. It is optional. I said, yes, I want Gouda in mine. About a half a cup. I could do like a tiny bit more right into the crock pot here. Get it all the way up to the half cup. Then a half cup of grated parm. And again, I'm using the laziest possible option. The stuff you put on your pizza or your spaghetti. Half a cup of that grated parm. We're now gonna add our spices into the dump. We're gonna start off with garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of it. I'll just kind of, like I said, we're just gonna dump it all on there. Then we're gonna take 2 teaspoons of onion powder and add that. 2 teaspoons of our Italian seasoning, uno, dos. 1 teaspoon of paprika, smoked paprika that is. I'm saying it wrong on purpose, guys, don't get triggered. 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, or, oh, that's too much, uh-oh. I just won't pour it in. I'll do that. Probably not kosher. Utah's greatest Salt Lake, iodized. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. And a tablespoon of Grey Poupon, please. Actually, it's Dijon mustard, which I think Grey Poupon was a Dijon. Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? Remember that commercial? Okay, so now we just want to kind of mix the top layer. We're going to leave the chicken mostly undisturbed, but we're going to mix the top layer. Not really sure if we have to do that, but we're doing it because that's what ChatGPT told us to do. Although ChatGPT is just getting dumber and dumber by the day. I know it's, you know, eventually going to rise up and come after me for saying negative things about it, but it's just, it steers you wrong a lot, guys. Don't trust ChatGPT too much there. Trust your own judgment. Oh, there we go. We got to the cottage cheese. So yeah, really mix it up a little bit. And then we're going to turn it on. Now you can do low for 6 hours or high for 3 hours, which is, you know, one of those situations that's absolutely terrible for where I'm at because it's 7:30 in the morning. My fast ends at around 11:30. 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, that's 4 hours. So I could do the high and it would be done a little early and then I'd have to cool it. Maybe I should do it that way, put it on high. Probably should. Or I could do it on low and plan on stopping it at 1. I feel like low usually ends up with a better dish, but then again, it's chicken, so it might dry out. We'll go low. I'm gonna put it in low and I'll check it at like 5 hours to see if we can cheat a little bit. I'm gonna plug it in over here, set it to low, and we'll be back in 5 hours. I should have my haircut because I got a haircut scheduled in between. And you know, fresh new look Dave will be back to try this and finish it up in just a minute. All right, guys, I'm back. Wait, is my thing on? Yeah, it's on. It's been like three and a half hours, just about 3 hours. And I know I told you I was gonna do the low and slow. I changed my mind and decided to do it on high. So we're gonna take a look and see what kind of nightmare fuel we're dealing with. We wanna see if the chicken thighs are kind of just falling apart, which is what we're looking for. Do you see that? Do you see it? I don't know if I have it centered. Yeah, they kind of look like they are. They're supposed to just be shreddable at this point. I think they do look like they are. They do look like they are. All right, what do you think? So we're supposed to shred it up all fully. It's interesting. The cottage cheese gives it quite the odd texture, but we're not done yet either. I got my hair cut. My hair has been cut. It's storming out. Nasty weather today. It was a dark and stormy day. Yeah, see, it kind of just falls apart. That's where we're at with it. I'm kind of mixing it up. This is interesting. To say the least. It is interesting. I mean, the chicken just like fell apart. I'm trying to find the chicken thighs and they're just kind of gone. I just like accidentally destroyed them, but that's what we're supposed to do. Now, the reason I didn't do the 6 hours low and slow, which probably could have made a better meal, is because, I don't know, it just didn't line up with my schedule today. Ideally, I'd rather do it low and slow, but I'm supposed to leave the house at like 1:30 because I got stuff going on, so I was like, I'll just do it fast mode. All right, so once we're at this point, I think we're good. It is just falling apart. We're supposed to pour it into a 9 by something pan, 9 by 11. All right, this is my 9 by 11 pan, 9 by 13 right here. So we're supposed to add a tablespoon of lemon juice to our dish here, which I'm gonna do. Mix that up, get it all combined. It says it will add a nice fresh hint of flavor to it. And then we're gonna pour it into our pan. Am I supposed to grease this? So we're gonna pour this whole mixture into our pan. We're gonna turn our oven to broil. Try not to spill it on myself here. There we go. Shake it around. Shake it up, baby, now. Okay, just kind of evenly disperse the chicken. I feel like my chicken was all in one spot. I don't know, is this gonna be good or is this gonna be weird? Then we're supposed to take some pork rinds, like 2/3 of a cup of pork rind breadcrumbs, and mix them with some melted butter. So like, you know, a normal topping you'd expect. And we're looking for 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Wait, that was like 2.5. That's like 3. We're gonna mix our melted butter in with the pork rinds, like so. Mix them up like that. Again, we're basically just making like a breadcrumb topping that we are going to spread over the top of our delicious looking cottage cheese chicken dump. Yeah, just lightly put them all over the top, like so. I don't know, you could do more if you want more. It's not like great coverage here. And yes, I am at hour 42 of not eating. I've gotten to that point now where like I've reached like ascendancy to where I'm not even hungry. I was hungry this morning, now I'm not even hungry. All right, we're gonna put this in the oven to broil for like 3 to 5 minutes. Maybe see if we can't get some crisp on the top. I don't know, we'll see. All right, this is interesting. It's sizzling like crazy. Weird, look at that. It's like sizzly, it is browning. It looks pretty good. We're supposed to let this sit for like 15 minutes to thicken up, guys. So we got a little bit longer to go. Otherwise, it'll be too like liquidy. So we're gonna give it like 15 minutes. We're gonna come back, we're gonna try it, see how this comes out. Hopefully it's amazing. We'll know soon. All right, guys, so it's been 15 minutes. It looks like it definitely like settled down or whatever. It's not as liquidy as it was. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna take a little bit and put it into a bowl. And then we're gonna try it and see if we have the world's best cottage cheese keto chicken bake dump thingy. Anyways, let's try it out. Oh, it's still scorching hot though. Look at the steam. I'll burn my tongue for science. Okay, this is actually very tasty. It's a tasty dinner. Yeah, I'll be consuming this whole bowl and more. Although I haven't eaten in hours, so days even. might cloud my judgment a little bit, but it's delicious to me. Yeah, it's real nice. That's real nice, Clark. Yeah, so that's super easy. Super easy dinner for the family, guys. Keto, cottage cheese, great macros. Per serving, which is 1/5 of this recipe, so like that's a lot. You've got 550 calories, 38 grams of fat, 44 grams of protein, and 4 net carbs. So I would say this is a great option if you're looking for a super easy dinner for the family. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like, and we'll see you next time.